One of the most eagerly anticipated fixtures of the round of 16 at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, co-hosted jointly by the United States, Mexico, and Canada, took center stage in Dallas. Portugal, led by Cristiano Ronaldo, and reigning European champions Spain met at AT&T Stadium for a place in the quarterfinals. The match added another chapter to the historic rivalry between the two nations. In their 42nd meeting, the curtain once again fell on a tense, dramatic finale. The contest remained goalless for 90 minutes before a single strike and stoppage time changed everything. Spain came away with a 1-0 victory thanks to a goal scored in the 90+1 SD minute, bringing Portugal's tournament, and that of their 41-year-old captain, Cristiano Ronaldo, to an end. Below you'll find both a minute-by-minute recap of the match and the developments that emerged in its aftermath. Under Roberto Martinez, Portugal had turned in a performance below expectations in Group K. The side drew 1-1 with the Democratic Republic of Congo, then followed that up with a scoreless draw against Colombia. These results drew sharp criticism toward the Portuguese camp, with Cristiano Ronaldo's limited impact in the Congo match in particular coming under scrutiny from former players and pundits. However, a resounding 5-0 win over Uzbekistan in their final group game saw Portugal finish second in Group K with 5 points, securing their place in the round of 32. Drawn against Croatia in the round of 32, Portugal came through a grueling contest with a 2-1 win. Ronaldo converted a penalty to level the score, before Ramos struck in stoppage time to send Portugal through. The match also held historic significance for Ronaldo. The veteran forward became the oldest player ever to feature in a World Cup knockout match, and also the oldest player to score in the tournament's knockout stage. Spain, by contrast, entered the tournament with a far steadier showing. Featuring Lamine Yamal, the Spanish side topped Group H, which also included Cape Verde, Uruguay, and Saudi Arabia, finishing with 7 points to advance to the round of 32. Along the way, Spain thrashed Saudi Arabia 4-0, with Mikel Oyarzabal scoring twice and young sensation Lamine Yamal also catching the eye. In the round of 32, Spain faced Austria and once again produced a commanding performance, winning 3-0. 2 goals from Mikel Oyarzabal and 1 from Pedro Porro stood out in that victory. Spain then awaited the winner of the Portugal-Croatia tie for their round of 16 opponent and found Ronaldo's Portugal waiting for them. Ronaldo's last World Cup announcement. One of the biggest storylines heading into the match was Cristiano Ronaldo's announcement that this tournament would be his final World Cup. The 41-year-old star's declaration added an extra emotional dimension to the fixture. For Portuguese fans, this match wasn't just about a place in the quarterfinals, it was a chance to witness one of the final steps in their captain's international career. As it turned out, what happened at the end of the match would only deepen that emotional weight. Probable lineups. The teams that took to the field were Portugal, Diogo Costa, Cancelo, Dias, Antonio Silva, Nuno Mendes, João Neves, Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, Pedro Neto, Rafael Leo, Cristiano Ronaldo. Spain, Unai Simon, Pedro Porro, Cubarsí, Laporte, Cucurella, Pedri, Rodri, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, Alex Baena, Mikel Oyarzabal. Roberto Martinez opted for an attacking line with Leo and Neto alongside Ronaldo, while on the Spanish side Luis de la Fuente once again fielded his young, dynamic squad. Lamine Yamal's presence on the right flank in particular posed a serious threat to the Portuguese defense throughout the match. Match recap. What happened, minute by minute? First half, chances at both ends, goalless deadlock. The match began at a high tempo, with both sides creating clear-cut chances from the opening minutes. As early as the 7th minute, Cancelo drove into the box and fired a fierce shot from a tight angle that went wide. Spain had a big chance of their own at the other end. In the 8th minute, Mikel Oyarzabal found himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper in a highly favorable position, but scuffed his shot wide along the ground. The miss caused a brief moment of frustration in the Spanish camp, though the team continued to press. In the 12th minute, it was Ronaldo's turn to shine. The Portuguese captain fired a shot from a tight angle, but Spanish goalkeeper Unai Simon parried it away for a corner. Shortly after, in the 16th minute, Spain were the ones on the front foot. First Lamine Yamal, and then Alex Baena tested Portuguese goalkeeper Diogo Costa, who denied both efforts to keep his side level. One of the most gripping moments of the match came in the 41st minute. From a short corner routine, Nuno Mendes met the ball right on the edge of the box and struck a shot that cannonied off a defender and against the crossbar before bouncing back into play. The moment was etched into the memories of Portuguese fans as a heart-stopping near-miss, but the ball never crossed the line. Despite the chances at both ends, the first half ended goalless, and the two sides went into the break at 0-0. Second half, tension rises. As the second half got underway, the tempo dipped slightly, but both sides continued to search for a decisive breakthrough. Portugal suffered a setback in this period when left-back Nuno Mendes picked up an injury and was replaced by Nelson Semedo. The substitution caused a minor disruption to Portugal's left flank organization, though it didn't unbalance the team overall. Portugal's best chance of the half soon followed. A cross from the right found João Felix, who nodded the ball on to Ronaldo just behind him. Ronaldo's shot was once again saved by Unai Simon. The chance stood out as one of Ronaldo's final goal-scoring attempts of the tournament, illustrating how a potentially decisive moment was thwarted by strong goalkeeping. On the counter, Spain continued to create their own opportunities. Lamine Yamal picked up the ball on the right, drove into the box, cut the ball onto his left foot, and shot. Diogo Costa parried the ball into the path of Alex Baena, but Costa recovered in time to tip Baena's placed effort behind for another corner. In another passage of play, Dani Olmo picked up possession in midfield and spotted Oyarzabal in space ahead of him, but once again one-on-one with the keeper, Oyarzabal failed to convert. As the match approached its conclusion, Spain won a free kick from a wide position on the left edge of the box. Lamine Yamal stepped up to take it, but his efforts sailed over the goalkeeper and out for a corner. These moments reflected the tension reaching its peak as the 90 minutes drew to a close. 90+1, Marino's goal and Portugal's collapse. With normal time finishing scoreless, football showed its cruelest side once again in stoppage time. In the 90+1 SD minute, Mikel Merino met a pass from Ferran Torres inside the box and, finding himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper, kept his composure to slot the ball into the net. The goal put Spain 1-0 ahead and, in the same moment, brought the curtain down on both Portugal's tournament and Cristiano Ronaldo's international career at this World Cup. In the moments surrounding the goal, Fabian Ruiz and goal-scorer Merino himself had been brought on, with Pedri and Olmo making way for the pair on the Spanish side. Portugal pushed for an equalizer in the brief time that remained, but Spain locked down their defense and held on for a 1-0 win. When the final whistle blew at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, jubilant celebrations from Spanish fans mixed with heartbreak among the Portuguese faithful. After the final whistle, commentary and analysis. What changed tactically? Looking back at the overall picture of the match, it's clear both sides were evenly matched. Portugal came agonizingly close to victory, particularly through Nuno Mendes's crossbar-rattling effort in the first half and Ronaldo's chances in the second. But Spanish goalkeeper Unai Simon's performance at crucial moments proved decisive in keeping his side in the contest. On the Spanish side, Luis de la Fuente's substitutions stood out. The fact that Mikel Merino, brought on as a substitute, went on to score the winning goal underscored just how effective the manager's bench decisions were. Ferran Torres' similar impact, coming on late and providing the assist, further highlighted the depth of Spain's squad. For Portugal, the loss can partly be attributed to physical fatigue in the closing stages and the disruption to their left flank balance caused by Nuno Mendes's injury. Roberto Martinez's side paid the price for an up-and-down tournament performance at the worst possible moment, deep into stoppage time, the close of an era for Cristiano Ronaldo. Beyond being a mere knockout round elimination, this match will also be remembered as the final act of one of football's greatest names on the international stage. Having announced before the tournament that this would be his last World Cup, Ronaldo gave everything he had on the pitch, searching for a goal both from set pieces and in open play whenever he found himself in front of the goalkeeper. But neither his shot in the 12th minute nor the chance created by João Felix's assist in the second half brought the result he wanted. Ronaldo's form had already drawn criticism earlier in the tournament. His limited influence in the Congo match, in particular, was questioned by both former players and pundits. He answered those critics on the pitch with a crucial penalty against Croatia, a goal that also earned him the record for oldest goal scorer in World Cup knockout history. Portugal's exit in this match means the 41-year-old star has now played his final World Cup game. For the football world, it marks the closing of an era. An upward trajectory for Spain. On the other side, the picture looks very different. Reigning European champion Spain have shown remarkable consistency throughout this World Cup. Having finished top of their group, then dispatched Austria by a wide margin in the round of 32, and now eliminating their historic rivals Portugal, Spain are being talked about as one of the tournament's strongest contenders. The performances of young star Lamine Yamal, Rodri's leadership in midfield, and Mikel Oyarzábal's finishing all point to a well-balanced squad across every area of the pitch. Mikel Merino's stoppage time winner can be seen as a testament to Spain's squad depth and their determination to fight until the very last second. Such late goal moments are often regarded as a key indicator of a team's morale and self-belief in major tournaments. Latest developments. What's next in the tournament? The immediate question following the match was who Spain's quarter-final opponent would be. The answer depends on the outcome of the USA-Belgium match, played on the same day or the day after. The winner of that tie will face Spain in the quarter-finals. Other round of 16 matches also produced eventful storylines. One notable result saw England beat Mexico 3-2 to reach the quarter-finals. However, an injury sustained during the celebrations that followed became a major talking point. Updates on the condition of experienced midfielder Jordan Henderson, who was injured while celebrating the win, were closely followed. On the organizational side, a controversial matter also made headlines. FIFA President Gianni Infantino confirmed that U.S. President Donald Trump had called him regarding a penalty given to player Folarin Balogun during the World Cup. The disclosure illustrated just how far the tournament's reach extends beyond the sporting arena into political and organizational territory. In Turkey, meanwhile, some broadcasting issues came to the fore. Viewers attempting to follow matches via TRT1 reportedly encountered encrypted channel problems at times, leading to a surge in search queries asking why TRT1 was scrambled. This, in turn, serves as another indicator of just how broad the tournament's following is in Turkey. Conclusion: more than just a match. Regardless of the result, the Portugal-Spain clash stands out as one of the most talked-about matches of the 2026 World Cup. A deadlock that held for 90 minutes was broken by Mikel Merino's stoppage-time goal, sending Spain through past their historic rivals and into the quarterfinals. For Portugal, the result marks more than just an early tournament exit. It also brings down the curtain on the final World Cup chapter of Cristiano Ronaldo's long and legendary international career. This is where football's magic truly reveals itself. Countless chances won and lost over 90 minutes can end up overshadowed by a single moment, a single goal. The match in Dallas seems destined to live long in the memory of Spanish and Portuguese fans alike as the goal of 90+1. Spain now turn their focus to the quarterfinals, aware that their opponent will be decided by the USA-Belgium match. As the tournament continues, both how long Spain can sustain this form and how the other contenders perform will remain firmly at the center of football fans' attention.